My name is Ryan Guzman. I'm the athletic director here at Kinston High School. I would like to welcome everyone to the 2019-2020 virtual Kinston High School Athletic Banquet. This presentation will showcase the achievements of our student athletes during their seasons. I know these are not the circumstances that we want, but please sit back and enjoy as we honor so many great student athletes.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Ibarra, the head volleyball coach. Athletic, dedicated, competitive, passionate. These are just a few words that describe the girls on our volleyball teams. I couldn't have asked for a better season with a great group of young ladies. I've never had such a cohesive team of ladies that know what passion and dedication genuinely are. They understand the definition of a team, and they know what it takes as an individual to succeed as a team. They work very hard day in and day out, both on and off the court. I truly love these girls as if they were my own. First, I want to thank all of the girls on our KHS JV squad. This year's JV squad was full of energy. They constantly had Coach Hines and I on our toes. They were willing to put in the time from day one to get better and have improved their skills tremendously throughout the season. These improvements can be seen in their record, which was an improvement over last year's. As well, they have learned to work together as a team and sacrifice for one another, which will be a critical skill as these ladies have their eyes on a varsity spot next season. Thank you, ladies, for all of your hard work. Next, I would like to recognize the KHS varsity squad. Although our record was not completely what we had hoped for as a team, because we always shoot for the stars, the dedication and growth shown from each player this season was astonishing and evident from day one on the court. They broke Kinston High records this year and came out on top throughout the season. The ladies and their commitment to this team was not only noticed by myself, but other coaches and players throughout the league, and they made that point known often. Some of our varsity players have put 4 years of blood, sweat, and tears into this team, and it is truly difficult to see them go. They were able to end the season with such a unique opportunity to have led their team for 4 years in a row. Not many student athletes have that honor. Thank you to our varsity girls for making this the best season KHS volleyball has seen in over 6 years. That is astounding. I wish we could have ended your senior year differently, but I feel as though we went out on a high note on the court. I truly appreciate your time, dedication, and leadership on and off the court. I am truly going to miss all 6 of you. This is the hardest group of girls to graduate yet, as you have been with me since you were freshmen. I have seen you grow as students, athletes, leaders, and into wonderful young ladies. I have been lucky to be a part of your high school experience. I wish you all the best as you graduate and move on to college or take on a new job. You are all going to do amazing things. At this time, I would like to recognize our 6 seniors with some special awards. The first award is the Most Improved Player Award. This award goes to a lady who had her mind set on being the setter this year, and she definitely put in the time and work to do so. She came early or stayed late, and it showed throughout the season. This award goes to our KHS setter, Zykia Andrews. The next award is the Hustle Award. This award goes to a young lady who busted her butt in the back row this season. She absolutely loved the floor, as she always ended up on it. This athlete truly defines the word hustle. This is why the Hustle Award goes to Jemiah Mitchell. The next award is the Best Offensive Player Award. This award goes to a player who put in all of the extra this season trying to perfect her serve and hit. With the mindset of practice makes permanent, so make it perfect, she found her swing and routine, and it showed throughout the season. The Best Offensive Player Award goes to Kiera Powell. The next award is the Coaches Award. This award goes to a young lady who showed true sportsmanship, dedication, character, leadership, and was a constant contributor to the team. She showed up to both practice and games ready to work and to be the example. She consistently motivated her teammates and is a true leader both on and off the court. The Coaches Award goes to Alina Rivers. The next award is the Love of the Game Award. This award goes to a young lady who not only excels on the court, wherever you put her, but also best embodies the values, spirits, and traditions of volleyball. She showed consistency in good ball control, passing, defending, assisting, and hitting throughout the season. She played her heart out on the entire court, period. She gave it her all to never let a ball fall, even if it meant running to the other side of the court. She was also a constant source of motivation for her teammates and is a true leader both on and off the court. She showed the true definition of the love of volleyball, and this is why the Love of the Game Award goes to Leslie Sutton. The last award is the Kinston High School's Varsity Volleyball MVP. This award goes to a young lady who was a relentless presence on the entire court. She gave it her all to never let a ball fall, even if it meant running into the bleachers, benches, wall, or anything else that may have been in her way. She gave her all each and every day, whether it was at practice or on game day, and she never ever complained. She also consistently motivated her teammates and is an absolute true-hearted leader both on and off the court. The Kinston High School's Varsity Volleyball MVP Award goes to Nikayla Williams. The entire team deserves a Sportsmanship Award. I have never coached a more respectful group of ladies on game day. Their conduct on the court, before, during, and after a game was not only noticed by myself, but other coaches and players throughout the league. A classy way to be recognized by your peers and other coaches. An amazing accomplishment, ladies. I would like to give a special thank you to our athletic director, Coach Gieselman, my assistant coach, Coach Hines, principal, Mrs. Bryant, administrators, staff, and all the parents that came out to support our ladies every single game. This season, and for our 6 seniors, the last 4 seasons, wouldn't have happened without all of you. Go Lady Vikes!
Hello, I'm Tyler Bowie, the head co-ed soccer coach. First off, I would like to acknowledge the members of the co-ed soccer team. The year may not have gone as planned in the win column, but success is measured by more than what the scoreboard says. The team became more cohesive and learned the value of teamwork as the year went on. This year definitely was a learning experience all around. I taught these athletes about the game of soccer, while they taught me valuable lessons about being a coach. I do appreciate the time that they put in this year on the training ground and on the field. This group right here has continued to set the foundation for the future of the program. I'd like to thank the parents for trusting your kids with me this fall. I'd also like to thank my assistant coach, Gloria Blake. She's done more than what was asked of her this year. She filled in for me at practice when I wasn't able to be there. She also provided our players with fruit at halftime of our games, which I know that they appreciated. And last, she kept me grounded as a coach. I'd also like to thank the athletic director, Ryan Gieselman, as well as the admin team for supporting us on the field this fall. I have 3 awards I would like to present today. First off is my Heart Award. This award goes to an athlete that would literally run herself to exhaustion on the field, come over to the sideline, get her inhaler, and then go right back to running all over the field. She was my voice on the field, and she wasn't afraid to get the team in line. She would frequently come up to me with ideas or suggestions about what she think would work on the field based off what she was seeing out there. She was a joy to coach this year, and if she carries the work ethic on the field to everything she does, she will excel. My Heart Award is Paige Skipper. Next is my Coach's Award. This award goes to a young man who did the little things right day in and day out. You would find him at every training session putting in 110%. He'd be the last one to leave, and as he made sure that everything was picked up. On game day, he'd help set up the goals, set up the corner flags, bring the water jugs out to the field. On the field, he didn't argue or question me when I would change his position. He just went with the flow of things, and I do appreciate that. And if you ever needed a good laugh, this young man always had some kind of witty joke as well. My Coach's Award goes to Tavon Tice. Last, my final award goes to my most valuable player. This award goes to a kid who made an impact the minute he stepped on the field. He was asked to play one of the more difficult positions in soccer, which is center midfielder. They not only control the pace of the game, but they also are responsible for joining the offensive attack as well as getting back on defense. He played the role to the best of his ability, always giving 100%. And he was also asked to play goalie some this year when my goalie was out. And you never saw him complain. He, yes sir, and went right in there. He didn't get upset or complain. He just gave it his all. My most valuable player, as well as my all-conference player, is Christian Villa. Thank you.
Greetings, Kinston High School administration, coaches, athletes, parents, and fans. I am Crystal Bryant, head coach of our 2019 Viking cross country team. We started out with 7 participants and we finished with a strong and mighty 4. I applaud and appreciate the 4 dedicated student athletes that stuck it out despite injuries and other obstacles. I would like to give a special award to Michaela Kilpatrick for being the most courageous athlete. Michaela battled a lingering knee injury throughout the season, and she was sidelined for most of the season. She wanted to compete badly. She made a strong return with her appearance in the Eastern Carolina Conference meet, where she finished 1 spot out of being all-conference. The second special award goes to Gaddafi Turner. Gaddafi Turner made all practices. He competed in all meets, and his time improved with every competition. And for that, he is our most valuable athlete. I would like to thank all Viking fans for your continued support throughout our season.
First, I'd like to thank the administration for their help this year, all of the coaches, the parents, and the students that were all involved. Everyone knows that cheerleading is not an easy sport. It requires a whole lot of dedication and hard work to become skilled at what we do. I used to say our season never ends because we normally cheer year round. We normally go from football season right into basketball season, finishing March Madness and into cheerleading tryouts, then camp, and right back into football season again. That is usually the case and the norm, but this year the new norm is something different. We did not get the opportunity to finish our year out the way we would have liked. At any rate, we are the athletes that rally our cheerleading team, inspire our fans, and try to liven up the crowd while supporting all of our teams at the same time. We as cheerleaders cheer on two occasions, day and night. With hands on our hips, smiles on our lips, with love in our heart, smile on our faces, we're ready to start. We are the mighty Vikings, yes, that's who we are. We cannot hide our pride. We have attitude, and that's what it takes to be a great cheerleader. We are the mighty Vikings who are not hiding pride. Cheerleading is more than a sport with us. It is an attitude, and we always get a front row seat. The squad that I'm talking about right now is this squad for this year, 2020. They are fantastic, and I have enjoyed every minute, every away game on the bus, every home game on the bleachers, everything that we've done together. I appreciate you guys, and there's nowhere else I would rather have been. I just want you all to know that I love you, and there's no other place that I'd rather be than right here with you in physical form and not virtually, but it is what it is. I am going to miss all of you as I do now, more probably after you graduate. So the manner for this season is the new norm. At this time, I would like to appreciate the following cheerleaders. Cheerleader of Excellence Award goes to Jemiah Mitchell. My most versatile cheerleading award goes to Nakayla Williams, and my most energetic cheerleader is Qualid Simmons. I want you to know that I love you guys. I'll be behind you, whatever you need, just let us know. Thanks coaches, thanks teams, thanks everybody. It has been a year. Love you guys.
My name is Ryan Guzman. I'm the head football coach. First off, I'd like to thank the parents for allowing us to coach their great student athletes, my assistant coaches and their families because so much time is spent away from them, my wife Lindsay and children Blythe and Cutler for coming along on this great journey. The 2019 season did not go as planned. We were picked preseason number 1 in our conference and finished 4th. Key injuries before and during our season hampered us a bit. Through the adversity we experienced, I was proud to see us come together and make the playoffs for the 13th straight year. Now for some special awards. First, I would like to recognize our all-conference performers. They are Casey-Ann Williams, Aronde Whitfield, and Caleb Gooding, with many others making honorable mention. The first award is our Specials of the Year. This guy led our special teams in tackles, and we are looking forward to having him back as our long snapper next season. Our specialist of the year is McCollin Doodlebug Davis. The next award is our Coaches Award. This guy did whatever we asked of him, from playing safety to holding on PATs to learning quarterback for the first time ever. Our Coaches Award goes to Caleb Groovy Gooding. The next award is our Lineman of the Year. This guy has anchored our offensive line for the last 3 years and even got some burn on defensive line this year. He will be taking his talents to UNC Pembroke. He was also named to the East team in the East-West All-Star Game. For the second straight year, our Offensive Lineman of the Year is Caseyon Pooh Bear Williams. The next award is the Defensive Player of the Year. If you know football, then you know games are won in the trenches. This guy was an absolute beast in there. He has already picked up some D1 offers going into the fall. Glad to have him back. Our Defensive Player of the Year is Aronde Big Juicy Whitfield. The next award is the Offensive Player of the Year. We were a different team with him on the field. You've got to have a great field general, and he's that. Glad to have him back as well. Our Offensive Player of the Year is the human highlight reel, Dimitri Kodak Moment Holmes. The last award is the MVP. This guy did it on both sides of the football for the last 2 years. He is a dynamic player. He can change a game just like that. He's number 11 in the program, but number 1 in our hearts. We're going to miss him. Our MVP is Kahari Screen King Pitts.
Greetings, Viking fans. I am Crystal Bryant, your girls indoor track and field coach at Kinston High School. Thank you, parents, for allowing me to work with your daughters. I saw a lot of promise and talent, especially with my freshmen. I would like to recognize 3 student athletes with special awards for their dedication, effort, drive, and stellar performance throughout the season. My first award is the Coaches Award. The Coaches Award goes to Kiani Williams. Kiani was at all practices. She participated in all the meets, and she fell a couple of times. She never griped, she never complained, and she got a job done for us. The best newcomer to track and field goes to Tashika Moore. Tashika was a student of mine at Rochelle in the 8th grade, and she stayed in touch with me all year long, through the summer, ready to get the Viking track and field. I am so proud of the efforts that she gave during her freshman year with indoor, and I was ready for her to show her talents during the spring season as well. The most valuable athlete goes to Michaela Kilpatrick. Michaela was our do-all girl. She was MVP in the field. She was MVP on the track. She did the relays. She also asked me, could she do some extra jumping? She wanted to throw the shot put. She was the do-all girl. She represented us as well as the other 2 young ladies, Kiani and Tashika, at the state championship in Winston-Salem. Most valuable athlete, Michaela Kilpatrick. Thank you, Viking fans, administration, and parents for allowing me the time to work with the girls track and field.
Hello, my name is Corey Bryant, head coach of the Kinston High School boys indoor track team. Before I get started, I want to give thanks to a couple of individuals. First, thanks to the Kinston High School administrative staff. Thanks to Coach Gieseman, our athletic director. Thanks to other coaches of other varsity sports, because we really use the same athletes. Thanks to my assistant coach, Sister Crystal Bryant. Thanks to the athletes, and also thank you to the parents of these athletes. Kinston High School is the only indoor track team in the Eastern Carolina two-way conference. Therefore, we run track meets outside of the conference to get prepared for the state championship. We were able to run at Nash Central High School, Eastern Wayne High School, and New Bern High School in preparation for states. We had a couple of individuals who made states. In boys shot put, we had Casey Williams, Oronde Whitfield, and Jamari Powell. Also, boys 4x2 relay team consisted of Iverson Ward, Tyreek Beckton, Gaddafi and Turner, and Jamari Sutton. At the state competition in Winston-Salem, the boys 4x2 team finished in 12th place. In the shot put, Casey Williams finished 3rd in the state. Jamari Powell finished 11th in the state. And Oronde Whitfield placed 15th in the state. And now for the special awards. In every relay, as a coach, I feel it's very important to get out to a good start. One kid I really could depend on to get me in a lead or keep me from falling behind on that first leg is Iverson Ward. Iverson Ward is this year's 2020 Coaches Award winner. My next award is the Most Improved Award. Every year we look at an athlete where he has improved physically and mentally on and off the field. And this kid has really grown physically. In fact, he's just an athlete who loves the weight room. This year, Most Improved Athlete goes to Jamari Powell. My next award is the Team MVP. This kid is a real hard worker. At practice every day, getting better, working on his craft, and had a goal to get better. He finished 3rd in the state in the men's shot put. This year's team MVP is little fella Casey Williams. In closing, thank you for supporting Kinston High School boys track and field. We hope the kids have fun because that's the ultimate goal. We look forward to future seasons, competing at a high level. And thank you once again.
Hello, I'm Christopher Bradshaw, head girls basketball coach here at Kinston High School. I would like to start off by thanking God for giving me the opportunity to coach these special young ladies, also my principal, Kellen Bryant, and athletic director, Ryan Gieselman. I would also like to thank the parents who believed in me and my coaching staff to guide these young ladies on a wonderful journey, and a journey it has been. Last but not least, I would like to thank my coaching staff, Coach Hines, Coach Jones, Coach Keith, Coach Drumgold, and Coach Dixon. Without a great coaching staff, the head coach cannot lead the right way. This year was a special year in so many ways. we had an opportunity to really reach all our goals. The first was to win a conference championship, which we did. The second was to win a conference tournament championship, which we did. The third was to become a top seed in the state playoffs, which we was the number 3 seed, overall seed in the playoffs. The fourth goal was to reach the regional final for the third straight year, which we did. And finally, our fifth goal was to play in the last girls basketball game of high school basketball, which we did. Unfortunately, it was because of the worldwide pandemic, COVID-19. This year's team will be remembered, missed, and talked about as one of the best girls basketball teams to ever come through Kinston High School so far. This year's players were so special, and definitely my seniors, who I feel that I have to say something about individually. Zakia Big Shot Andrews, one of the best shooters I've ever seen, girls or boys, come through Kinston High School. But she was even a better young lady with a heart of gold and a great teammate. Mikala Dove, the Wizard. She could do a lot with the basketball that you would sit back and be amazed as how she grew as a basketball player from year to year. Alina Rivers, Smiley. She came to work every day with a smile on her face, but worked to get better every single day. With her, it was never about I, but always about we. And Zaria Cobb, Miss Straightforward, one of the most dominant post players I've had the opportunity to coach, well respected by her teammates and a gentle giant at heart. Sharice Jones, floor general. She would always ask, what does she need to do to get better? Coach on the floor, competitive attitude, always wanted to be great. Leslie Sutton, Miss Perfectionist. One of the hardest working young ladies I've ever coached, led by example. She did whatever it took to help the team get better and to win. Talia Jones, the quiet storm. She kept the same face, regardless if she had a great game or not so good game. She was one of the hardest young ladies for me to read. She got better every year, from the first to her senior year. Her best basketball is ahead of her. Finally, Kiara Power, ultimate competitor. She hated to lose in anything, but had a winning spirit. One of the hardest workers I had a chance to coach. She was hard on herself, which made her get better each and every year. It has been my pleasure to be a part of these young ladies' lives for 4 years, and can't wait to see the 8 seniors strive in their future endeavors. The class of 2020 will surely be missed. With that said, I still have 3 returners that will be instrumental to the success of another great Viking run. Kalia Hargett, her ceiling is so high. I look forward to seeing how she can lead the new and upcoming team. Kenya Forbes and Winter Lane will be the force in the middle with an opportunity to show that they are amongst the top post players to put on a Kinston High School jersey. And let's get to the awards. My first award would be the Defensive Award. These 2 young ladies who had a big job to do every night, Leslie Sutton and Kiara Power. These young ladies was furious and exceptional defenders. They stepped up to the challenge every night to stop the opposing best offensive player, and they did a great job of doing it. My next award is a Coaching Award. This award goes to Sharice Jones, Talia Jones, and Alina Rivers. These young ladies had multiple faces who did so many things for our team on the floor, and a lot of time taking a back seat to their individual goals. The last award is the MVP award. This was really not a hard decision for me. The MVP goes to the entire 2019 2020 team. Every one of your first initials will be on this trophy and kept with the other 2 awards in our trophy case for everyone to see, past, present, and future Vikings. For my ladies of the 2020 class, your journey was hard, but very satisfying and rewarding. In closing, I would like to say, I've had great joy in coaching each one of you, but the biggest reward was seeing how each of you excelled in the classroom. The future is bright. Kinston tough.
Hello, my name is Perry Tyndall, head men's basketball coach at Kinston High School. First of all, I'd like to thank the parents of all of our players. Thank you for entrusting your sons to spend time with our coaching staff this year, and really your support of our team and all of our players. Thank you to Coach Clark, Coach Shepard, Coach Fink, and Coach Williams for your help throughout the season. Any season is anyone will tell you that the success of a season really rides on a lot of the help from assistant coaches, and so I appreciate you guys' help throughout this year. This year's basketball team had a great record of 26-4, finished conference champions in the Eastern Carolina Conference, and also won their 16th straight conference tournament championship. To be commended. They have left their legacy within Kinston basketball for years to come. I tell them all the time, when they come in with their kids, 10, 15, 20 years down the road, they'll always be able to walk in and see that they left their mark here at Kinston High School. To my seniors, Camonte Roberts, Chance Minot, Isaac Parson, Cartier Kuntz, Will London, Takari Evans, Clarence Burton, and Jaquan Mosley, thank you for what you've brought. Your leadership this past year in the senior position was valuable, and I can't thank you guys enough for what you've done and the way you've left our basketball team. At this time, I'm going to share some special awards. This year's all-conference players in our league were Will London, Jaquan Mosley, Isaac Parson, and this year's Conference Player of the Year was Dontrez Styles. Honorable mention, all conference players were Chance Minot, Cartier Kuntz, and Jeremy Dixon. Congratulations to each of these all-conference players. Lastly, our special awards. This year's Coaches Award goes to a young man, a senior, who really kind of overcame some frustrations throughout the year, took on a much different role than he had last year, and began to accept his role, was a great locker room presence, and was willing to do whatever it took for us to be successful. And he really grew in his leadership as the year went on. This year's Coaches Award goes to Clarence Burton. Next is our Most Improved Award. This young man works tremendously hard. He wants to be great. Was frustrated around Christmas this year, but really turned it on and really started to lose himself in games, just playing the way he's supposed to. This year's Most Improved Player goes to Jeremy Dixon. Our next award is the Most Outstanding Player Award. This young man was our second leading scorer and led our team with 8.9 assists, which is remarkable. He was dynamic, was our floor general from the point guard position. This year's Most Outstanding Player goes to Isaac Parson. And lastly, our Most Valuable Player. This young man was our leading scorer, our leading rebounder, and leading shot blocker. He impacted the game on so many levels. Just a tremendous presence on the floor each and every night. This year's Most Valuable Player Award goes to Dontrez Styles. Again, thank you all for what you've done, the journey you took all of us on this year. I thank you for the memories and just being able to be a part of your life. And I wish everyone the best. Seniors, again, wish you the best moving forward. And underclassmen, I look forward to the journey we're going to embark upon once we can get back in the gym together, hopefully soon. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Shonda Hines, 2019-2020 head girls softball coach here at Kinston High School. Actually, I was looking forward to the 2019-2020 season. I had actually 7 seniors and 1 newcomer senior coming to the program. And I just want to touch base a little bit about my seniors. Like I said, altogether I had 8 seniors, and all those girls, they put in work for the program for all 4 years. They were all 4-year starters, and the new addition that was coming, I feel like she would have felt fit right in with the former players. Her name was Takia Cannon. I just want to reflect back on last year's season. Last year's season, I thought we played really well. We competed, and with the team that we have, a lot of our girls, they're all-around athletes. Basketball, volleyball, softball, cheerleading. They've just been a very athletic group of girls, and I was actually looking forward to this season. And despite how the season had to end, I just want to say to the girls that you all made me the coach that I am. And I just hope that after this year that you all become very successful young ladies. To my underclassmen, I would just like to say I'm looking forward to seeing you all next year and working with you all next year. And if you can, during your off season, work towards being a better softball player. Now I have a few special awards that I would like to recognize. Zakia Andrews, Best Infielder. Nakala Williams, Coaches Award. Alina Rivers, Most Outstanding Player. Shania Miller, Most Improved Player. Sharice Hopkins Jones, Most Valuable Player. Jemiah Mitchell, Hustle Award. Kiara Powell, Best Outfielder. And Takia Cannon, Top Newcomer Award.
Greetings, Vikings families. Not being able to have our outdoor spring track season has been heartbreaking, especially for our seniors. We were nevertheless able to compete in one meet, and we saw some really good things, and we were able to celebrate that meet. No doubt we will have a bright future with our young returning Viking tracksters. I would like to recognize 3 athletes for their amazing attitudes, their dynamic work ethic, and performance in that one meet and during our 2 weeks of practice that we were together. First up, our Coaches Award goes to senior Tamika Brown. Our top sprinter award goes to Leslie Sutton. And our most versatile athlete, I could put her anywhere I needed to on the track or on the field, Michaela Kilpatrick.
Hello, my name is Corey Bryant, head boys track and field coach here at Kinston High School. Before our season was cut short, we were able to practice for 2 weeks and attend one track meet at Nash Central High School. In that track meet and over those practices, some athletes stood out more than others. Now for the special awards. My most improved athlete goes to a kid who ran indoor track and I think was on course to do some very, very good things here at Kinston High School. In fact, I think he's probably the fastest kid on the team, but he's scared to come out of a starting block. So once he learned to come out of a starting block, he can hold that title. My most improved athlete is Jamari Sutton. My next award will be the most outstanding newcomer. When this kid came to me, he was a basketball guy. He came over and said, "Coach, I want to run track, but I don't know what to do." I looked at him and said, "Let's see if you can run a mile." He ran a mile, and he ran a mile in like 6 minutes and 15 seconds. So my target to him was about 6 minutes. So the next day he came back, and I put him in a half a mile, 800 meter, and he ran the 800 meter in about 2:18. So the first track meet, he ran the first leg of the 4x8 relay, and he ran a split of 2 minutes and 14 seconds. That's as fast as anybody I had in the last 2 years. So my most outstanding newcomer goes to Nikhil Perry. Finally, my last award is not necessarily an MVP, but most versatile athlete, the athlete who brings the most value to the team. This guy, long jumps, he's triple jumps. He can run any relay. I put him on a 400-meter dash on down, and he's just a versatile athlete, and I look forward to working with him next year. Most versatile athlete goes to McCollin Davis.
First, I would like to thank the administration at Kinston High School, our athletic director, my assistant coaches, Tyler Mitchell, Corey Bowie, and then, of course, Tyler Bowie helps us out with all of our scorekeeping, and all the other coaches at Kinston High School for their support of Kinston baseball. I'd like to thank the parents of all of our players for allowing your children to be out there with us every day working, and I would like to thank the players themselves for all the work that they put in. We've had about 30 kids every day at practice since the first day that we were allowed to after the dead period in the fall, and that's the most we've ever had. And I think it showed on the field this year. We only got to play one game, but we scored as many runs in that game, almost as many runs in that one game as we did the entire season before, and that shows their hard work and dedication to being the best players that they can be. I'd like to thank our seniors especially. We had some guys that put 3 or 4 years in, and unfortunately they only got one game their senior season. But the positive side of that is that we went out with a win. So we did get to finish their senior season on a win, but I would like to thank those seniors for all the work that they put in the last 3 or 4 years into making our baseball program as good as we can make it. Our awards for this year, first, our pitcher of the year goes to a guy who's been in our program for 4 years. He started since day one. He's put in a lot of work for our program. He's a multi-sport athlete. And this year he got our only win of the season on the mound. Our pitcher of the year is senior Clarence Burton. Our offensive player of the year is a back-to-back offensive player of the year for us. In the one game this year, he went 5 for 5, had several RBIs, several stolen bases, several runs scored. And our offensive player of the year is Nikki Walters. Our last award is the Coaches Award, and that's basically determined. The criteria is determined by the coaches. We went with a guy who comes to practice every day, wants to play every position, and we'll let you know about it the entire practice. Never stops talking, but at the same time, he never stops listening. The game this year, I went out to the mound and I said I needed someone to play first base, and even though he had never played the position, not even in practice, he volunteered to play it and didn't make any mistakes, played it flawlessly. Our Coaches Award goes to Camonte Roberts. So just finishing up, once again, moving on to next season, all of our underclassmen coming back. Hopefully we put in that same hard work and we can keep our baseball program moving forward. To our seniors, I'm sorry that we didn't get to play more, but I really enjoyed our time together here. And if you ever need anything, just let me know and I'll do whatever I can for you. Go Vikings. I would like to thank everyone for watching. Once everything returns to the new norm, please congratulate these great student athletes. To the seniors, your fingerprint on Kinston High School athletics will last forever. Thanks for the awesome memories. You will be missed greatly. To the returning underclassmen and rising freshmen, your fingerprint has not yet been made. It's time to get to work. How do you want to be remembered?